Welcome to another fantastic episode of the Scorpions relocation franchise here on MLB The Show 26. This team is not good, but that doesn't mean there isn't hope for the future. As we sit with only 35 wins at this point in the season, and a tough game here in the top of the 10th, it's Nick Castellanos against AJ Bluebaugh for the Astros, and Castellanos gets a hit. He was looking for the cycle in this, but not able to get it. He does only need a double for the cycle, and getting out in the top of the 13th inning. Tried to leg that one out. A 5-5 game in the top of the 16th inning. Do you believe that? And there he is, getting out again in the top of the 16th. He would get another chance in the 18th inning and go down looking, but he would challenge. The call was upheld. So strikeout there for Nick Castellanos, and in the bottom half of the 18, Castellanos looking from the dugout as Yainer Diaz hits that thing into the gap and scoring easily for the Astros the game-winning run. A walk-off win for the Astros at home in Houston against our Scorpions. 6-5 is how we open up, and Castellanos not getting his cycle. Dennis Santana is traded from the Red Sox to the Royals for Frank Mazzucato. I don't know how good of a deal that is, really. The Red Sox don't seem to really be getting much for that. But you let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. We are drafting, baby. It is draft time. Pick number 1, Dan Camacho. I ain't gonna lie, I really wanted him. Really wanted him. He was probably going to be our pick at 3 if he was available, but obviously the Brewers, having won the lottery ahead of us, they will get him. Silas Tan is going to he's going number 2. I might have picked him as well. First baseman, maybe a little less valuable to me. But now our pick at number 3 after our top 2 targets go in front of us. And let me tell you, so many drafts I've done in MLB The Show over the years, and it is very rare that my top 2 targets go 1 and 2. That didn't leave me with a lot of confidence. And as you can see, some of the guys on the board leaving a lot of questions. Maybe Mark McCarthy's really good. There's a couple of other players with some potential. I don't really like to go pitcher early unless I kind of pigeonhole myself, because I like to get the position players. I feel like they're a little harder to get, especially ones who can actually be really good in the future. So I'd really like to go position player. Benny Law looks like he could be really good. Who knows? But his hitting doesn't look great either. Our number 3 pick is Adolfo Hidalgo, the second baseman. It's going to be a problem area for our Scorpions. So, unfortunately, he doesn't get a Scorpion uniform. He gets an Angel uniform. But still, at least the logo is there. We take Adolfo Hidalgo in the first round. In the second round, there's a few really good prospects up here. But Robbie Duvall looks like the sure thing potential-wise. It's probably the way we're going to go here, even though I don't really like to go discovery guys this early. But at pick 43, Robbie Duvall just looks too good for us to pass up right now. So we'll go ahead and get him. So there we get a pitcher and a position player right away in the draft. Now, Brian Slater. 60 to 93 on both ends. This could either be pretty good or really awful. But he's 19 years old. I'm willing to take the chance on this discovery player that bats and throws left-handed. We'll take a chance there. Messer, I like taking a chance on relief pitchers, but we're going to go Ozzie Rodriguez first. That is the discovery starting pitcher I think could be okay. I like to trust my discovery picks after the 3rd round for sure. Sometimes even take him in the 2nd round, as you see here, if I really like him. Messer's a guy that we'll go ahead and get in that 4th, 5th round. And then the 6th round, there's really nothing available, so Lance Favre is what we're going to go ahead and get. Taking a chance on the 3rd baseman. We'll see what ends up coming of it. As you take a look at the All-Stars, we have nobody here on the All-Star roster except for one player. We did get one All-Star. Everybody, I think, has to have one. But we're going really quick through the National League All-Stars, in case anybody really cares about that. Obviously, it's not the league that we're a part of, but as you can see, Connor Griffin did make the All-Star game, so good for him. Jackson Merrill, Corbin Carroll, a lot of really young stars in the league. You love to see that in Major League Baseball. In the American League, Brent Rooker, designated hitter number 1. They took 3 of them. Starting pitcher, Kirby, Garrett Crochet, Max Fried, Hunter Brown, obviously. Closing pitcher, this is usually where we get a guy. Kenley Jansen, I lied. We have 2 All-Stars. Kenley Jansen is one of them. It is very easy to get a bad team closer in there if they need to pick a guy. But Nolan Schanuel, our captain, oh captain, my captain, has made it in. I didn't expect him to, honestly. I didn't think he was having that incredible of a season, but happy that he did make it. And here's the rest of your AL All-Stars. My guy, Mr. J-Rod. Brent Rooker makes it at right field. So that's that. In the Futures game, Ryan Clifford and Joshua Lugo, both in the Future game from our organization. We're actually going to go ahead and take a look at Ryan Clifford and see if he can get some big hits in this Futures game. Ryan Clifford, you're up. Here's Ryan Clifford in the top half of the first inning of the game with a runner in scoring position and a lazy fly ball over to center field, but he will move the runner over to third base. So he did a job. It just wasn't the one we would have liked to see him do. Eloy Garcia on the hill. Ryan Clifford hitting one out to right field. And it is caught to end the top half of the third. In the top of the fifth, Clifford gets a hit past the first baseman, scoring an RBI. That's huge, but then he was pinch hit for shortly after that, and unfortunately the National League do win the game. NL Futures get the win 5-1. That one, by the way, was driven in by Ryan Clifford. I don't know why you'd pinch hit for him if he's the only guy scoring runs on your team. That's just neither here nor there. So, we continue on with the season. The Scorpions in the top of the 10th inning against the Giants, and at this point, there's not a lot of hope for the season with only 40 wins after the draft, after the All-Star break. It's tough to come back from that when you are 20 games under 500. And Jose Siri not making it any easier as he grounds out here to get to the bottom half of the 10th, where the Giants would end up walking off the win. Willie Adames crossing that plate. Randy Rodriguez with the win. Yimi Garcia with the loss. A 3-2 loss for the Scorpions. But they are providing fight on the road, no less. Here's a trade offer from the Braves. They want Max Schumann and Nolan Jones for Briggs McKenzie. It's a prospect. It's a top 100 prospect. It's something we probably should have taken, but I like to push the envelope a little bit. So we went ahead and countered with this. Douglas Finnegan is a prospect I would far more appreciate on my team. Unfortunately, they did not like our counter, but you'll see later we have a little surprise. As Dietrich Enns is trying to get this game into the 9th for the closer, but it's not going to work out too well as Nick Castellanos takes Enns deep into the corner there of the stadium and drives a couple home, making it 11-9. Castellanos with the 2-run double, his 22nd double of the year. The Orioles forced to bring in Ryan Helsley, who has had a really good year for them as far as batting average against, but Tomas Nido is going to get a hit, and that is going to bring in another run. So 12-9. Helsley not exactly keeping the damage down. Scorpions go on to win. Dietrich Enns goes to 0-2. Scott Efrost gets the win, and Kenley Jansen, 27 saves on the year. Here's the counter offer from the Braves on my counter offer. They want Max Schumann and Nick Castellanos for Douglas Finnegan. Now, Castellanos, he's hitting 259 for the team, but we might go ahead and take that deal. Brady Singer is on the move. He is going to be a Ray, as well as Robbie Ray will be a Ray. Interesting. Jose A. Ferrer and Mitchell Parker all heading over to the Rays. A bunch of major league guys. And they're going to give up a big prospect here in Pedro Iglesias, a 71 overall, 18-year-old B potential starting pitcher that the Nationals can build upon, and a right fielder, 64, 21 years old, B potential. So those are two pretty good ones. And then Caden Bodine is already up at the majors, quote unquote. He's a rookie this season. He's not very good, but we look at our trade hub and our counter offer received. We are going to accept it. Douglas Finnegan, who was a part of last season's draft, is going to be a part of the Scorpions rebuild, as we're able to sell at the deadline. Because we have sold, we're going to go ahead and buy Gio Urshela, a very, very cheap contract that we can just throw in the lineup, so we're not forced to bring anyone up right away, and Gio Urshela will take that spot. Now, here's another trade counter offer, as we are trying to get rid of some of these guys that we don't see as part of our future. You see Detmers, Canning, Jones, and Sandlin, and this looks like a decent counter offer. Satchel Franco is a young player. He doesn't have a lot of potential, but as you can see, he's playing very well. AC's looking to give up some prospects here. They're trying to make a run towards the postseason, and we might have to go ahead and accept. Satchel Franco looks like he could really hit, and honestly, he could maybe play at the major league level for us next season. We'll see. Danny Turner, 63 C potential. He is 18 years old, so he's going to have time. He's probably going to be a AAA guy for a really long time, though. Cassidy, it's going to take him a really long time to become anything at a B potential and a 51 overall. Same thing with Kerry Simpson. These are honestly lottery tickets. These are not guys that I expect to be great right away, but it's a pretty solid offer. Ryan Walker is traded away for Cash Mayfield. So the Pirates getting back a prospect in return. Let's take a look at our draft picks as we have finally made it. Those are the only deadline deals we made. Adolfo Hidalgo ends up being a 65 overall with 92 potential. Unfortunately, he too can't really hit well right away, but he can play some defense. He's got a good arm. He's got some speed. He can steal some bags. We're just hoping that he can grow in our system, and we hope that we can get him the development that he needs to be a wonderful player. Robbie Duvall, very, very good pick. 62 overall, 89 potential. Really, really darn close to A potential, but as you can see, he doesn't give up a lot of hits to lefties or righties, so that could be huge for us. Brian Slater, it is neither a terrible pick nor a good pick. 69 overall, 69 potential. He's one of those. Now that is the ultimate meme pick right there. And Slater, honestly, he's probably never going to see the majors, but he'll be a solid AAA guy for as long as we decide to keep him. Ozzy Rodriguez at 57 overall. We get an A potential out of him, but he only has 61 stamina for a starting pitcher. He's probably going to be best served as like a 6 starter / spot starter, long relief type guy. Christopher Messer is only C potential, unfortunately, as a reliever, but we need bodies at relief pitching. And Lance Favre, I kind of figured this was going to happen. We weren't going to get much out of him. He's probably a career minor leaguer as well. I don't see him really doing much. As far as around the league, Eric Kim is going in our division to the A's. He is a solid pick. Would that have been a better first-round pick? Maybe. Same thing there. Bridges looks really good. The Marlins look to have had a really nice draft. Camacho ends up being a 69 with 88 potential. I like him, still do. And I really like Silas Tan. 73 overall, 89 potential. You know, you win some, you lose some. And Mark McCarthy is a 91 potential at 68 overall. So there are some really good players out there. Michael Johnson, another guy I had taken a look at, 70 overall, 87 potential. Solid playing from some of these guys. Benny Law, considered him 60 overall, 85 potential. Del Gant, 67 overall, 85 potential. So some good players around the league that may come up later in this series. But right now, we're taking a look at the Trash Pandas. Why are we doing that? Well, I'll be honest with you. After winning the first half of their division, because in AA, there is a first half and a second half, and the Trash Pandas won the first half. Now we go to the second half, and they're very close to winning that as well. They are the only team in this organization worth talking about right now. Benito Velasquez has really come on strong for this team, and he hits a double there to make it a 2-0 game for the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Plus, who doesn't like talking about the Trash Pandas, right? Gabriel Davalillo. Got to remember that name as well, as he hits a RBI single to make it 3-0. Yusniel Valentin. You remember, he was our pick. And we've got to make him work. And he has been having a really good season. And he gets out of a huge jam there to end the 4th inning. So a 3-0 Trash Panda lead into the top of the 6th. As you see the sun start going down. I love that in this game now. Gabriel Davalillo has hit one into the gap. Like I said, you're going to want to remember that name. Davalillo is really kicking the booty for this team. An RBI double, 16 doubles on the season. Davalillo, he is not done yet as he takes this one out to left field, and that one gets over the left field wall for a jack. Davalillo's 8th of the year. Traveled 399 feet, 6-0 Rocket City. Yusniel Valentin is still in the bottom of the 9th, which drew some controversy as Michael Turner took a 2-run shot over the right field wall for his 6th of the season. But Valentin really wanted to go the distance, but he's not going to be allowed to now as Douglas Irvin comes in. And on a 2-2 pitch, it's Maui Ahuna who takes this thing into center field for a base knock. Then it's Peyton Graham at the plate, and he walks. Could have been a challenge there, but no challenge from the catcher. Here's Irvin giving up a deep shot out to right field. That gets over the wall by Tres Gonzalez. That's 3 Gonzalez hitting a homer, his 4th of the season. 371 feet off of Irvin. Irvin's still in there. He strikes out Gabriel Rodriguez. Jacob Gonzalez comes up and strikes out swinging. Now with 2 gone, it is former MLB player Eloy Jimenez. And he really lazily flies this one in the infield, and that'll do it. Rocket City making it a little sweaty at the end, but getting the 6-5 win over the Barons. With 11 hits, Yusniel Valentin goes to 10-6 on the season. Connor McCullough down to 6-8 for the Barons. Trash Pandas been having a very solid year. They are where we put all of our best prospects, including this man, also drafted by us in the year 1 draft. Chris Staples, drafted by the Angels, obviously. And Staples getting a big strikeout there now. He only has a 1-0 lead. He can't really play with this too much. There's Slater, and double play ball is completed to take it into the 9th inning. Staples has a fantastic game going. 87 pitches in, so not even 100 pitches. You can't really complain. Eloy Jimenez flies out to right field for out number 1. Then it's Jacob Gonzalez. A little chop ground ball over to second. Easy throw on to first. 2 away. Jace Ibuprofen up at the plate, and he takes this one out to center field, and that is an easy play to make. Chris Staples has gone a complete game shutout for the Rocket City Trash Pandas. Huge day for Staples. Looking really good. Valentin looked really good for 8.5 innings, and Chris Staples looked really good in this game. A 3-0 win. He goes to 9-5. So now you see why the Trash Pandas are getting kind of hyped here at this point in this season. Now playing the Chattanooga Lookouts, and it's Staples again in the top of the 9th. He's looking to go for another complete game. See if he can get that complete game shutout. with Pablo Reyes. He's got the 2, 3, and 4 hole hitters to go through. Reyes grounding over to short, and he is out of there. Now Cole Myers. He's 1 for 3 on the day, and Cole Myers hits this one high, deep out to right field, into foul territory, and caught for 2 gone. Austin Charles at the plate. He's 0 for 3 on the day, and Austin Charles takes this one out to right field, and that's another catch. Rocket City gets the win. Staples with another complete game shutout. This time here against the Chattanooga Lookouts. 2-0. He goes to 10-5, so we've seen him win his last 2 starts. Chris Staples looking awesome. Who is your favorite? Do you like Yusniel Valentin? Do you like Chris Staples? Let me know. Do you like any of these hitters? Who are your favorite prospects on this Trash Pandas team? Because we're not done yet. Benito Velasquez hits this thing into left field, and that's going to bring around a runner around third base, and across the plate goes Montez. Will Cannon's going to come into pitch. He has not had the greatest season, and Davalillo is up. And you never know what could happen with Gabriel Davalillo. As Davalillo hits this one, but unfortunately this isn't one of his better moments, as it is a ground into a double play to get through the 8th inning. Tied at 4. We would go ahead and return to simming, and this happened. Usually, in last year's game, it would give you a little highlight at the top to tell you what happened. This just took me to the end screen. I don't like it. MLB The Show, fix your stuff, man. Please. Anyways, Colin Hawk would be the player of the game with a home run. Mikey Escalona gets the win, only pitching a third of an inning. Rocket City wins it in extras. Now, Rocket City in a bit of trouble here, tied at 5 in the top of the 9th, and Colson Lawrence on the hill with 2 in scoring position and 2 away. And Colson Lawrence, that one's stopped by the first baseman, thrown out of first, and he can't get him. 1 scores for Chattanooga, leaving runners on the corners for Austin Charles, who lazily flies this one to right, but he can't gun it down. And that's going to leave runners on the corners with another run scored. Tyson Lewis, 0 for on the day, and he bounces one up through the middle, scoring another one, 8-5. 2 on, 2 out, all of this with 2 outs. Mason Neville gets one through the middle of the infield, and someone getting a little gutsy going home, making it 9-5. Here's J.J. Kent. That gets down in front of the right fielder, Montez. He comes up throwing home, and not in time. 10-5, Chattanooga. And that is the way it would stay, as Mikey Escalona, 5-11 on the season. He is a reliever, I promise you. 5-11. Need some better relievers down at AA. Unfortunately, that is not where they excel, because relievers, upon the starting of franchise, you just don't get a ton of great relievers. And we don't have a ton of great relievers. All of our decent relievers are in AAA, not AA. And there's Francisco Renteria with the bases bombed and 1 away. He will fly out. The sacrifice will work as Rocket City takes a 5-4 lead over the Montgomery Biscuits. Here's Benito Velasquez, and he can't come through this time. You get the force out at second, and that's through the middle of the 7th. But hey, Trash Pandas have the lead for now. Douglas Irvin gets the bounce out to end the 8th inning. Take it to the 9th inning. In the bottom of the 9th, Mikey Escalona. He is gonna need something. Psychotherapy, I don't know what. But Mikey Escalona gives it up again. I know you guys are not going to answer that he is your favorite prospect at this level, as he is now 5-12 and a 6-5 win for the Montgomery Biscuits at home over our Trash Pandas. Just unfortunate, but not much you can really do, you know? We just don't have the closer down here. We need more closers, and we might get one come the off season. Next episode, we are going to have a full game of our brand new pitcher, Douglas Finnegan. You will get to see him, well, maybe not a total full game, but you know what I mean, a full presentation. And there's only a couple of weeks left for the Trash Pandas. trying to close out and get themselves into postseason play in a good position to maybe make a little run. They're the only excitement we have right now, and we want to take a look at some of these prospects. I hope you're excited for that. If you are, drop a like on the video, leave me a comment, let me know what you're thinking of the series so far. Thank you all, and I'll see you next time.